YouTube? Welcome to another level arms. I got another review for you guys, and these are the Vltor A5 H2 buffer, okay, and what they're all about. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of digging and doing a lot of research. These kind of the Vltor system, if you got the A5 tube, that's where your stock goes, which is this right here. If you got the A5 tube, you got Springco springs, and then you got the A5 buffer system. This is the H2, by the way. They have A5 H0, 1, 2, 3. It goes all the way up to 4. I think 5 too. I think it was right here behind my thing. I'm looking at it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4, not 5. Anyhow, these buffers, these white buffers here, are longer than your standard mil spec regular original H2 buffer. So it is longer, and the reason why they did this, and they use similar weights but a little bit changed to the weight system in the buffer system, it makes the recoil softer, better. Like, the recoil is still there when you shoot on a rifle, right? But the recoil has dramatically changed, okay? Not for the worse, for the better. So that way you have better follow-up shots. You have when you have a red dot system on your rifle, you're more on target, okay? And more of a flatting shooting experience. More flat. When you're shooting your rifle, it's more flatter, okay? All this stuff comes into play, okay? So the Springco green system, the Springco green springs with the A5 H2 buffer system and the A5 6-point or 7-point adjustable tube, okay, you have a wonderful recoil mitigation, okay? Now that also helps with other things when you're adding on to it. So let's say you guys have been watching my short videos and my other videos. So this here is Sons of Liberty Knox. So I have a 6-port, a 3-port on top, and 3 ports at 12 o'clock and 3 ports on the side here at 9 o'clock. If you're a right-hand shooter, it pushes, when you hold the rifle, it doesn't go up or down. Well, it still go up a little bit, but it stays in place. So when you're shooting, see, if I would shoot like this, if I shoot, it goes like this in a way, okay? In a way, not a lot, but it mitigates the muzzle stay down flat, and since I'm right-hand shooter, it's pushing into my shoulder to stay steady. Now, if you have the port, if you got a 6-point Knox that has a 12 o'clock and a 3 o'clock, that's designed for more a left-hand shooter. Now, Sons of Liberty also made a new one. This is a 9-port, 3-port on top at 12 o'clock, 3 ports at 9 o'clock, 3 ports at 12 o'clock, 3 ports at the 3 o'clock. So that way the muzzle is neutral. It don't have to worry about right hand or left hand. It just stays neutral, but it stays flat, okay? That's a compensator. When you have that, including with the Vltor system, okay, it works together very, very, very well, okay? That's why Sons of Liberty Gunworks use that type of system on their rifles and recommend other shooters as well. And when I also did my research on that, it's a wonderful thing. It's a must-have, okay? Now, a lot of people go with JP Enterprise buffer system. Some people use instead of a Springco spring system inside a buffer tube, they use a Geisley, okay? It's all personal preference, okay? But you see what you think is best for you. What helps you? What helps your rifle build your rifle the way you want it to be? And I shit you not, this is my third time rebuilding this rifle, and this is gonna be the last time. That's why it's not fully complete yet. But I had recently just upgraded the A5 buffer tube and the buffer weight, which just came in today. This is the last one I need for the system. I already got the Springco's green system, green springs system in there with the buffer, and it works wonderfully. Okay, I just can't wait to shoot. Okay, I am missing one more thing though. This and one more thing. As you guys can see, there's something here on top, and I'm working on that right now. I'm debating on either getting a scope mount, a scope with a 1 to 8 power or 1 to 6 power, or I'll probably get another ACOG. We'll see. But anyhow, this rifle needs it. Okay, so this is a Spikes tactical buffer weight, and it's a T2, and I'm changing it out. Okay, so here's the Spikes T2. You know the Spike logo, Spikes Tactical. They use the Spider logo. That's their logo, and then you can see the top buffer tube is black. We're gonna weigh on that. We're gonna weigh it, by the way. And here is a Springco. See at the very tip of the spring, it's green. So this is a Springco green spring. Okay. Now I got the buffer tube here, and I bought 3 of these. The third one, I might change out my 300 blackout. I'm still thinking about it, but we'll see. In the meantime, I hold that as a spare. So as you guys can see the difference, see how long the sucker is compared to this one here. Look at that. See how long that is? It's different, very different. And the size, that diameter is a little bit more fatter. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, this one's fatter than this one. This one's longer than this one. So you guys can see. Okay, so it's a little bit wider, way longer. That looks like maybe an inch. Yeah, about an inch. Okay, and this goes in. Oh, let me grab a little bit of oil. Right back. All right, guys, we're back. I got a little bit some oil in there, a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot. Okay, and we're gonna stick this bad boy in. It's a little bit more complicated because that pin that's holding it down. There we go, and we're in. Okay, if you guys can see it, the A5H2 Vltor system. Now this rifle is complete and in operation. Okay, so let's say if I would have stick a bullet in and shoot it, or put a magazine and shoot it, it will now fire. It would still shoot it if I had the regular size mil spec. It's just a different weight. Okay, it will still fire, but I don't know if it would fully cycle since I already upgraded the A5 buffer tube and the Springco green spring. Anyhow, I'm not talking about this, so you know exactly what a buffer weight is. Okay, this goes into the buffer tube in the stock, so that way every time you fire a bullet, a bolt will slide back, pull the shell out. It should fire the bullet, eject the shell. As it injects the shell casing, it goes back, slide into the buffer tube, okay, and bounce back forward, grab another round, slide another round off the magazine, and push the magazine up into the rail of the barrel system, and it goes into the barrel system and it stays there until you're ready to pull another, until you pull the trigger again. That's the buffer weight is to a buffer weight is supposed to bounce back the weight for the bolt carrier group. Okay, so the bolt flies back, it goes into the buffer tube, it slaps the buffer buffer weight, goes back, the spring mitigates it, pushes it back forward, pushes the buffer forward, and also pushes this since the spring pushes the buffer forward, it also pushes the bolt carrier group forward as well, if that makes sense. Okay, All right, guys, let's go dive down close and see what is the difference on these specialized Vltor A5 H2 buffer weight system. All right, catch you guys in a bit. All right, guys, we're back. Okay, so this is the Vltor A5 H2 buffer system. Okay, so as you guys can see, it's an A5-2 Vltor. Okay, and you see how long it is. Okay, so it looks a lot different compared to a Spikes Tactical T2. Okay, this is a Spikes Tactical T2, and this is the other mil spec from my other rifle that I already pulled up. This is just a regular H2 buffer weight, nothing different. It's just a mil spec, that's all it is. Okay, so you guys can see the comparison. Okay, what's it now? See how long it is. Okay, you can obviously see it right off the bat. Now again, you guys can see it's a little bit more bigger and wider, more rounded. Okay, more fatter. It must be more easier to say it, more fatter from the Spikes Tactical T2. And you guys can see, I want to make sure you guys can see this. See the difference? And this is the mil spec. Okay, now let's see, that's a standard mil spec. Now the T2 Spikes Tactical Buffer. Okay, it's like tungsten weight, but it's all like sand. It's all loose. It's not solid. It's all like, you know how you put sand in a box and just shake it around? It's like that. This is exactly what it's at. This helps mitigate recoil, make the your shots smoother. This one here, I believe it has three weights in it, and they look like a cylinder. Okay, a cylinder, and it's like this tall. Either it's 3 steels or 2 steels and 1 tungsten in this mil spec regular normal H2 buffer. Okay, now this one here, very little rattle, and I believe they still use the steel weights in here, and they use the tungsten weight in here, but it's less rattle. Mil spec, the Spikes T2 H2 T2 buffer seems like a powder. Mil spec, Vltor, barely any movement, and that's why I said this right here will help mitigate recoil off your rifle and make a more of a flatter shooting rifle and more softer recoil. Okay, now you guys see what they are. I'm gonna put this over here now. Vltor weapon system A5 buffer. Now for the operator that requires a specially weighted buffer or wants to fine-tune their weapon, the Vltor A5 buffer come in several unique weights. These buffers are only compatible with other Vltor A5 products, which is the A5 I was explaining to you earlier. Here are the features of Vltor's painting design. Internal bias spring, constructed from a 7075 T6 aluminum standard body or a 17-4 stainless steel PCC body. Okay, so here's the standing A5 buffers, and here is the steel and PCC A5 buffers. So I have the standard one, and these are the steel ones. Okay, so they can get heavier. Okay, so we got A5 HO, that's 3.80 ounces. A5 H1 is 4.56 ounces. A5 H2 5.33 ounces. That's what I have now. A5 H3 is 6.08 ounces. The A5 H4 is 6.83 ounces. Now the steel ones, the steel buffers, they're actually more weight, so you can get a lot heavier if you needed to. Okay, so they claim this one here, since I got the H2, is a 5.33. We're gonna find that out today. Okay, so I got my scale here, you guys can see. Okay, make sure it's zeroed out. Okay, now they claim this is at 5.33 ounces, right? 5.33 ounces. Let's find out. 5.5. It's zeroed out. 5.1. Oh, let me do that again. 5.4. What the hell? It's a little dusty. Turn back on. I use this scale here for mostly all my YouTube videos, and it shouldn't be that off. 5.4. 5.4. One more time. 5.4. So they say it's 5.33 ounces. It's probably a few little bitty ounces more to make it 5.4. Okay. All right. Now we got the regular H2 mil spec. Okay. Just a regular, non-special, regular, original mil spec buffer. Let's see how much it weighs. 2.9 ounces. 2.9 ounces. Okay. One more time. Just to verify it. 3.0 ounces. Okay. One more time. 2.9 ounces. Okay. So now we got the Spikes T Tactical. The Spikes buffer. Spikes Tactical T2. Powder tungsten weight. That's how much it weighs. 3.9 ounces. 4.0 ounces. One more time. 4.0 ounces. So 4.0 ounce mil spec, 2.9 ounce, and the Vltor 5.4 ounces. So it has more additional weight. Okay. Man, I like that sound. Man, that's something else, man. That is something else. All right, guys. So you guys saw the difference in weight, the height. Okay, this is fatter. This is skinnier. Okay, right here on the lip where the spring goes into. Bigger polymer. This thing here. Here's the back of the tube. It's like a protector, but some more like a bump to protect the buffer weight. Okay, and now if you want to. Okay, you can pull this pin out, take a little pin, hit it through, it'll fly right out. This polymer will pop off, and then you can mess with the weights, add more weight, reduce weight, and put it back in and how you want to do it. And you can just play around with it, you know. But there are different ways of doing it. You can do it that way, or you can change the whole entire system, which I did. Okay, because I'd rather just have the legit stuff and more quality, high quality stuff than a normal thing, you know. But that's my take. Okay, all right, guys, that's all right now. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys learned something today. Okay, that is the Vltor A5 H2 buffer. Okay, big difference in weight. Okay, and the size and everything. All right, guys. Oh, I also want to give you a reminder. 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a giveaway. And also, if you become a Patreon, in my Patreon page that will link to my YouTube, if you become a patron, you're able to watch videos that comes out. You guys are able to watch those first before it's been posted, scheduled posted on YouTube. And also you can also talk to me one-on-one as well, and it will also help build the content of my YouTube channel. Okay, so I'll able to get more stuff, more guns, more gear, and I can do more reviews when you get more reviews for you guys, and bring you more content, more entertaining content, good stuff, educational stuff, and some badass stuff when I have more patrons that's supporting this channel as well. Okay, other than that, please give me a thumbs like, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell down below. When every time the video comes out, you'll be the first one to know when the video comes out. The bell will notify you, let you know that a video just recently came out. But on my Patreon, you're able to see all the footage, all the video content before it's posted on my YouTube channel. Okay, so there are benefits becoming a patron. Okay, other than that, that's all right now. Thank you guys for watching. Please have a you guys have a good weekend. Till next time, peace.